So I'm going to explain about what is derivatives. Derivative means financial instruments which are used for future prices and mostly it is used by traders and investors and all. So we can take an example as a person called A. A is planning to buy some gold but he doesn't need the gold right now. So he is buying from B. So they will come to an agreement where they will buy the gold in the future prices. So here they will came to an agreement as not for today's price, a fixed price where they will be agreeing for example 50. We can take it as 50 rupees. So they will not be buying the asset now itself. So A will be buying the asset from B in the future prices. So he will be buying it after 5 years. So that is called derivatives. As a financial derivatives is known as financial instruments. So in under derivatives, it comes future contracts. Future contracts means the contracts that will be formed in the future. Before I take an example of A and B. So this contract, the contract which formed between A and B is called future contract. So mainly the future contract is made by the mostly investors because they will be planning to invest in some stocks amount, but they will not be buying the stocks right now itself. So they will be agreeing, they will buy the stocks in the future amount. So they will be making an agreement where it will be a stock will be, for example, we can take that stock equals to today's price is equal to 25, but they will be A and B will be agreeing for the amount of 50 rupees for the after 5 years. So either A and B will get a loss or profit. For example, if we take that future price is 50 rupees, the agreement price is 50 rupees and that stock price is 70. So A will be having B will be having a loss of 20 rupees because stock price is equal to 70, but A is buying it for 50 rupees. So mainly that is called future contract.
So here I will be talking about the nature of future contracts. The primary requirement is that the buyers and sellers do not meet each other. Their deals are not direct. That is the primary requirement. Okay, so therefore there won't be any counterparty risk and default risk because the intermediate are present in between the buyers and sellers. But exchange risk will be there. So it is very important that they should maintain a margin account, and it is regulated by SEBI and it is in uniform structure. Okay, and then the gain from the variation is during the contract period. So these are the main point of the nature of future contracts. The primary requirement is that the buyers and sellers they do not meet each other and their deals are not direct.
So here is the types of future contract. The first is commodity future contracts, which help us to standardize agreement to buy or sell a financial instrument like stock indices, interest rate or currencies, which help us to predetermine the price on a future date. So the main features include is standardization, specified expiry date or a physical delivery or a cash settlement. Second will be financial future contracts. So it basically based on financial instruments like interest rate, stock indices or a currency rate. For example, future contract on S&P is 500 indexes. Third will be interest rate contract. So this is tied on interest rate, which allow the parties to hedge against or speculate on changes in interest rate. For example, it includes treasury futures on a euro dollars future.
So I'll be explaining you a currency future contract. So a currency future is a type of financial contract that allows traders to buy or sell a specific amount of currency at a future date and a predetermined exchange rate. So the next one is equity future contract. Equity index derivatives are financial instruments whose value is based on the performance of an underlying equity index. The derivatives derive their value for the prices from the individual single stocks that make up the index. So the last one is single index future. Single index stock future is a type of financial derivative that derives its value from the price movement of a single stock, similarly to equity futures, which are based on the performance of a broader market index. Thank you.
So I will be talking about the limitations and examples of future contracts. And for the example, commodity futures, under that it comes gold futures. An investor can enter into the futures contract, buy or sell a specific quantity of gold at a future date and a predetermined price. And under that also comes crude oil futures. In these contracts, allow participants to speculate or on hedge against the future price movement of the crude oil. And under the limitations, you can say price risk. And under price risk, it comes market risk. Prices in future market can be very much volatile and influenced by various factors, including the economic indicators, geopolitical events, and unexpected market developments. Traders and hedgers face the risk of significant price fluctuations. And under leverage, amplified gains and losses. And future contracts often involve leverage, meaning that a small price movement can result in a very significant gains or losses for the investors. While leverage can amplify profits, it also can increase the risk of substantial losses. And under liquidity, market liquidity. Some future markets may lack liquidity and make it very much difficult to execute trade and also at desired prices. This can result in a very bid-ask spreads and increased trading costs.